Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on last year's national champion, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Florida Gators offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bringing the heat. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try it over the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the crowd is getting into it early here on 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Ebby. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
When you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game, let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Punts it out of the air. At midfield, he's got room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. It's complete to the left. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Ebby. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think...
Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Kentucky going quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. He makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Ebby. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it set up on the outside. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the 1st down. The Gators send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Complete to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. The give out of the gun. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Gators line up to punt it away. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well
touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quick completion to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
To the air, it's Ebby. Fires to the big fella. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Gators will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the same page.
Oh, man. Those are the ones you rewind back on tape over and over again when you watch this tape and you go, how did I miss that? He was so open. You have to hit those plays. There's nothing you can say positive about that.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Long incompletions are okay. You got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, big-time points.
The Wildcats want to crank the tempo. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Throwing right. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that shows you what kind of special year this.
Got it! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it, and making the big touchdown pass.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here's the handoff. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Kentucky. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And how about this defense, man? They just keep making plays. Another forced turnover and another touchdown. Man, they don't just scoop these fumbles up. They're scooping them up with the intent to score. Their second fumble return for a touchdown today.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Rides the back on the option, the give. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Looking for a man. It's Ebby. Got it in the middle. It's Fry.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Gators decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Wildcats will hustle to the line. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the right. He's got it. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're set to kick it off. You think this when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Kick is in the air. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. They'll leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Dropping back, it's Jefferson. Hauls it in. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Wildcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Shoots it to the left. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Gators will kick it away to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Crosses the 30. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Kentucky right back to the line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because he bobbles it at all. As soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Back to throw, it's Jefferson. Makes the grab. Gets away from one, finds some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Gets it out fast. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A quick pass to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive done.
The Wildcats headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Jefferson. That's caught. It's Melton. Brings into the open. They're ripping off chunks of yards to get it to the 33. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Lost to throw again. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Forced out of the pocket. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
They'll run it from the gun. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats! If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop it. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires deep on the run. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Took a shot as he threw.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Gators will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. One final play before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Melton. At midfield, he's got room. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Wildcats racing to the line in the hurry up. To the air, it's Jefferson. He's got his man. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to take a shot. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. The give to the lone running back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Rides to the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Using his legs, it's Melton. And they'll knock him down. Kentucky going quickly. Trying play action. Snagged out of the air. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Waddle. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab on the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll start this drive going to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They'll send the back in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. To throw, it's Jefferson. Looking for a huge play. Hits him in stride at the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Kentucky right back to the line. Tries again to get it in. Beck's going for the goal line. Just hammering it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the single back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mayer. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline and you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He's looking deep. He's got it on the outside. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long, so let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W in the locker room.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. He leaves it with his back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Kentucky going quickly. Looking downfield, it's Waddle. And he made the grab with enough for the first down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's fourth down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for it all. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in it. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. Quickly out to the tight end.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead. That's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.